What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the old channel number 5. Now, if you've been following us for a while, or if you just tuned in, you would know that, well, we've just got ourselves a new 2022 Thunderstorm Twin Bunk caravan. Fully off-road, almost fully off-grid. Well, we've got some lithium and some solar, but I think we want to upgrade and get a little bit more just to be on the safe side. Now, we absolutely love this van, and there are going to be quite a few mods that I'm going to do to it just before we go on our lap. And plus, moving up from a pop-top camper trailer, we have so much more room. But unfortunately, some of this room is not utilized to its full potential. Let's take a look. All right. Now, we've got a little tunnel boot here, well, a little boot, which is great for storing stuff. It is 58 centimeters deep, but it could go even deeper. Now let's find out why. So let's go on inside and check it out. So that boot goes under the bed. Let's take out the drawer and let's have a look inside and see how much boot space we could potentially get or add to it. Have a look in there. There's quite a bit. So I intend to move that panel forward or back, depends on how you want to see it. Righto guys, now I've marked out the potential gain that I might get by moving that board back. Now as you can see, probably get about 53 centimeters gain in that boot space. Plus maybe a couple more because of that beam of wood that goes across. Because add a couple more, take a couple more. Add a couple more, take a couple more. Alright, let's crack on with it. Now, before you get started, you will need to remove those angle brackets that support that board in place. Now, the difficulty here is trying to get in there because it's not going to be easy when it's oh so squeezy. Righto guys, now I've discovered that this panel here is interlocked in with this panel here. So there looks like there's a groove in there and the wood locks in. So I've got to cut down here so that we can release it, and plus it also make it fit when we push it right back. So it looks like slow and steady wins the race, so we don't accidentally bend the blade again. Alright, let's take a different approach from the other side. Look at all that extra space. Now you're probably thinking that this centerpiece is a support. Well, I'm just going to move the support in the middle and it'll even the load a little bit better. And if need be, I'll put some supports on the side here and across. So here's the aftermath. Alright, now that I've cut the grooves out in the panel, time to see if it fits. Now, the only way I can get it in is through the drawer on the inside. Alright, now let's go around back into the tunnel boot. Alright guys, now if you can see, I've cut some grooves out here and one at the top, so they can fit over this square dowel. Let's get in here and see if it fits. As you can see, I've cut a square out, well, a corner out anyway. Alright, now got to see if it's square. Grab the old square. Interesting name as it's a triangle, but anyway. I'm sure because it's so you can get it square. Now, put these clips back in from the other side, and then I need to buy some white strip. Put across there, and to also put across here, cover that up, and cover that up as well. Now if you have a look here, where the pole is, that's where the boot used to stop. So, there we go. And now, we've got so much more space to utilise. I can't even reach at the back unless I crawl in, which may or may not be a pain, but at least now we've got some boot space that we didn't have before. Now if you have a look down here at the drawer space, it's pretty much used up, and just need to secure it with these brackets again. Pop them up there, all along the top, down the corner, and Bob's your uncle. I like big boot space and I cannot lie. You otherwise can deny. Alright, let's cut some plastic angle. Let's try anyway. Alright, let's try it out. Got one, perfect, two. Now I've cut out, I don't know if you can see from there, cut out a little groove there. There's some little coping on the side there. That'll go over that. Let's see if this one. Look at that. And now just need to cut some wood to cover those gaps and support the top up here. All right, let's get to it. Alright, let's just fill in the top bit with the piece that was cut off the board so that it could be pushed back without the insert. There you go. Not really going to provide any structural support, but I can use the cutoff just to fit it in. Alright, time to silicone the top board so that it can just sit in place while it gives me time to screw it in. Time to add a bit more silicone as it didn't quite stick enough. Now let's try the bottom. Oh, I think Mum's home. I'm just finishing this off. I am. Righto. Take two. time for the fun part. Time to get into the drawer to put the corner support brackets back on. Alright, time to run some silicone along the edges so that it seals it up, and if there's any dust that does get into the boot, it doesn't get into the cabin. Alright. Spray it with a bit of soapy water before smoothing it out. Alright, let's check out the finished product. Oh, hey, g'day. So, we've actually finished it now, and we've cleaned it all up, put all the silicone on, make a little schmicko, and let's see how much space we've actually gained. So, roughly where it ended, I think it was about 600 mil deep. Now, let's see, it's 115 deep. Whew. It's a lot of space, and then I've siliconed the hole around the edges so that the tunnel boot or the boot is sealed. So if for whatever reason this leaks dust, which you know boots are known to, it's not going to get into the cabin. Plus, well, we've got the caravan, so that should push everything out anyway. But no chance now of getting in. All right. Job well done by me. It's late at night yet again, so I think I should go to bed. We're off to Talabudra tomorrow. Second time in the van. Super pumped. RDO. So we can have a long 3-day weekend. All right, guys. That's it. I think that's a wrap.